I opened her door, and she was hanging. And I ran in, I put my son down, and I pulled her down, and I tried to give her CPR, but I was failing. I'm like, no. I started hitting her back, because that's what I'm used to with kids, is they're choking, you hit their back. And I was like, oh, this isn't one of those. And so I flipped her onto her back and tried doing CPR while yelling, because we lived with my in-laws. My father-in-law was downstairs, my sister-in-law was downstairs, my friend was downstairs, and I was yelling, help, help, while my son was crawling around her and crying. And so he came up, my father-in-law came up and started giving her CPR. My sister-in-law was on the phone with 911, and I just couldn't stop. Tabitha, come on, Tabitha. And so then I called Nathan. That's when I got in a few words. She hurt herself. And then I don't remember much. I just remember being escorted into the room next to hers. And Mom and Dad were there. And I was like, she's got to be okay. My mom was like, she's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. And Mom always had amazing faith and belief. And so I was like, yes, she's going to be okay. And then I heard, okay, they've got a pulse. And so I saw them take her out. And then the officer came in. He's like, come with me. And I was like, is she okay? He's like, just come with me. I was like, is she okay? And I didn't have shoes on. But the cop led me out our front door and then down the street a little bit. And then there's a park there. And I saw an ambulance, and I saw the helicopter. And I saw that the helicopter wasn't on. The propellers weren't going. I'm like, why isn't it going? Why aren't they going? And then I saw the EMT leaning on the back of the ambulance. And when she saw me, she stood up. And I knew I couldn't walk. I lost my ability to stand up, and I fell to the ground. The officer, and I don't know who was next to me. It could have been my dad. I don't remember, but they picked me up and guided me to the ambulance where she was laying there. And just everybody's expressions, they didn't have to tell me. I just crawled on top of her, and I held her. Could not believe this was my life.